Ted, we had a real special family this year. We had a single father to build his home, and he didn't tell his children, his 3 children, the whole time he was building the house. So then we have the experience now when the father brought his children into the home and said, welcome home. And then to actually see them, him take them down and said, this is your room. This is your new room. This is your new home. And just seeing the joy, on the family's face. I just applaud the father. The whole year they thought he was volunteering for Habitat. And they walked into the house and realized this is their new home. This is where they're going to live. They had never seen the house before. And then, of course, his mother was there, and just, it was like, and then the father took his phone out and was showing pictures of the process of building the home. This is where we started and everything. And they were huddled around the end of the kitchen countertop, and then they were leaning over and just having family time.
And that's what it's all about. That is 100% what it's all about. It is just, that's what keeps us going. Because at the end of every build, everybody, they're tired, we're tired. Then you got to keep that in mind, and we've made a lot of, every year we get better at it. Every year we get better. We get better with our expectations, their expectations. And so I'm excited for the next group. I think we really learned a lot last time. Having more staff allowed us to really start to look at stuff. And so the new staff have brought new ideas, new perspectives. And so we're really excited. We really feel that we have figured this out. I know I shared with you guys in the past, one of our big goals is try to shorten the time. And we think we've figured that out. So we're going to implement lots of new processes and procedures that we know will shorten the time.
And I'm sure for the volunteers that come out and they drive by the homes and they're completed now, the comments I get, they've had, just a joyous, experience to know they made so much difference in a person's life. And it's so evident when you start seeing the furniture on the front porch and the style and the furniture inside the house and people out there at the home and lights on when you drive by. It's such a rewarding experience.
It really is something, when you know that really at the end of the day, that's what it was about and how much it really does change people's lives. And homeownership, it seems like so many people, it's slipping their ability to have it. And people think it's low income. And that's kind of relative because we're talking like people that are teachers, that are first responders, who you wouldn't think, why would they have a hard time getting a home? And, healthcare workers. And so it's just knowing how much it's going to change these families' lives, that and not just theirs, but their kids. Knowing the outcomes. Study after study shows that if you own a home, your kids are going to more than likely have a better position in life, financially, education, all the way around. And so it's just so rewarding at the end of the day, because when you're in the middle of it, like Max said, it is tough. Especially the self-help program, it is really hard. And I tell every group, you love me now, you love Mac now, because we're saying this is your home. You've seen it finished in other people's. This is your payment, and you love us then. But then a couple months into it, it's just when you're giving up every free moment of the day that you have to make this happen, there's tension, and it really it's like a diamond, right? It's a lump of coal is turned into a diamond over pressure, and not saying that anybody is a lump of coal or anything like that, but just the idea, it's pressure, and the diamond is the house and the outcome. And so just we have to constantly remind people, Why are you doing this? And now the next group, one of the things that I've asked them to do, and share this with everybody, write down their reason why and share it out loud with the group. Because 4 months into this, 6 months into this, they have to be able to remember those reasons, because it is tough. 24 to 30 hours a week is hard to do when you got to live your life as well. But when you move in, you get an affordable payment, you build that equity. It's really, you got to have that long-term mindset in this program.
We were able to build four homes last year, but with 8 homes, and then we have a different program, the Teachers and First Responders program. So hopefully we'll try to tackle like 20 homes next year. And in order to do that, in here we try to say proper preparation prevents poor production.
The site work is happening now. Our partners over there are getting everything ready. Meanwhile, we're here at the office doing a lot of the pre-development stuff, getting pro formas, budgets, all of this stuff finalized. Home buyers are picking out their options on their houses, and we are ready to go as soon as the developer hands us over the lots. We are hoping to, we're definitely going to be building before the end of the year. The sooner the better, obviously, but it is coming along. There's just so many unknowns. This is my first time in this realm of development that I did not know all the things that have to be done, but they are just about there, and they're going to be able to hand us our first 8 self-help lots anyway. So we'll be starting on those very, very shortly.
We're so grateful for the volunteers that come out. We cannot do this without our volunteers. At the same time, we want them to have a great time out here. So real important for us to really focus on the real important things here, which is the homeowners and the volunteers, to make sure they have a safe and productive time when they come out. This is a community build. We're a small community. So when you go into the food line, you go to the bank, you go to the coffee shop, these are your neighbors, these are your friends, and you realize you went through this experience together. And so they're now knowing each other, these 14 families, and it bonds them together as a community. And that's the real value of what we do. We just don't build homes, we build community. And then, the people at the school systems, their support, and with the student build over there, it's like, you go to church, all these, places in the community, and you talk to these people, and they see the value of what we're doing in the community. A lot of times I get a lot of the credit, and that's not exactly where it should be. It's the volunteers, it's the homeowners, it's Jason behind the scenes and everything, that has to bring this together. And, we're a Christian-based group, and we recognize that God has brought us together for a purpose in life, and that is for people to have decent homes. And so it's just seriously just a rewarding experience. I've built a lot of houses in 50 years, but the last 4 or 5 years working for Habitat, this is a whole different experience, and building community.
We just had a team meeting this morning, and we were going through kind of what's next and just how everything is all, we have all of this stuff lined up. I was like, this is amazing. When it was just me and Mac at the beginning, we kind of come in at the beginning of the day and say, all right, what do we got to do today to make this happen? And now we can sit through, we can look through the whole process. We have more people, and it's going to be amazing. I am really excited to show what we've worked out with this next group.
Right now is a good time that we bring in groups to have a debriefing with them, those people that worked on our projects last year, both the volunteers and the contractors, and we asked them what went right and what went wrong, what can we do better. And so it's a real important time now to go through this process to know exactly how we can refine things to be able to double production this year. And so it's a really great time that we can kind of get out of the field and get here and get some thoughts together. course, we'll be hiring new staff to be able to do that. We'll be bringing on all the volunteer groups, and so to be properly prepared for the go button, we feel like we're in the stall now, and the gates are ready to open. So when they get ready to open, we would like to be properly prepared for.